Hey, it's Dawn with Happy Home and Garden with John and Dawn, and today we're going to fix my mother's Bernina 1030 sewing machine, and it's having a needle position problem. So as you can see here, the needle is way too far to the left. Even if I move this knob, the needle doesn't go anywhere. To get the back plate off, there's 5 screws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll need a flathead screwdriver to do that. You need one that's long like this, not one of these. And these are the 5 screws. Next is the side of the sewing machine. This knob here should have a plate, but unfortunately this is gone years ago. I think there's a screw that's in there. I'm not sure how to take this off, so you'll have to figure that out. This comes out. If you're wondering about my thumb, I squished this with a hammer like 4 weeks ago, but it's healing. So this wiggles off. And there's a screw right there. And that's what that screw looks like, and there's a little washer behind it as well. Next is this little knob. This pulls right off. Next is to take the side panel off. It comes off actually pretty easily. And then the back plate comes off. Come on. Oop, gotta lift that. And that should come right off. All right. And be sure to turn this middle dial all the way to the left so the little pointer is at 0, and then take this and turn it as right as possible. Now the way that you can tell how old your machine is right on here it says the date. And this was born in 1987. So this is a tour of the back in case anybody needs this. Here's the bottom of the computer panel. And this is the right-hand side on the back. So next we're going to be taking 3 screws off. There's 1, 2, and 3. This corner, not that one, this one. Actually, correction, there's 4. There's one more right here. Now after this one comes out, the plate moves a little bit. I'm going to slide that down out of the way. Actually, I want to move this. I'm trying to hold the camera and do this at the same time. Okay, that's good. That'll work. For reference, these are the 4 screws that just came out. Next, we're going to need to take the lights out, which is this little apparatus right here that I'm following with my finger. So we've got 2 screws right here. So after that screw comes off, and you're going to pull this right out of here, just like that. Tuck that along the side, and then we can get on the inside. And these are the 2 screws, and they're a little bit shorter than the ones that just came out. Here's a little tour of the back, as much as I can without making too much of a shadow, in case people need whatever. So this little silver piece is where the ball bearing goes. There's a little indent in here, so that's where we're going to put it. If this black thing is stuck, because I had this piece actually was stuck down here, but I put a screwdriver in and then jiggled the needle left to right, and then this was able to pop back up. I'm moving the needle left and right here, and this is what it's doing. See how it's moving back and forth? That's where the little ball bearing is going to go in. If you're having this problem and you don't know where the ball bearing is, sometimes it falls in this little area. So before I took the back off, I had tipped it upside down and then right side up, and literally the ball bearing fell right out onto the plate. So if you're missing it, it's probably in the machine. The ball bearing size is 5 millimeter. Don't try to get a 3/16 because that is actually too small, which is the one on the right. It's funny because we actually lost this one, but we went out and got this one, and then when I came back, it was actually on the floor and we found it. So position the black piece so that's just hovering above here. You might have to jiggle it a little bit to get it in there because I need to put the grease in that little hole. Now somebody recommended lithium grease, but we're just using this multi-purpose grease because it looks like, you know, jelly, kind of like that. All right, so hopefully this shows up on the camera. I got a little grease on the end and shove it in the hole, just like that. For the next part, it's good to lay the machine down on its side because we're going to be dropping the ball bearing into the little piece of grease. So we're going to drop that into the grease, right like that, push that in there. All right, now we've got to figure out this part. So I'm sticking the screwdriver in. I'm going to lift this part up. So this hole on the black piece needs to go over the both sides of the ball bearing. So Let's see. Oh, did we get it? Oh, 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 we get it? Oh, oh. Let me get this out of here. I put this here so the metal piece wouldn't be in the way of the video. All right, let me turn. Is it on? Oh, I moved the needle and the ball went right into position. So is it on there now? Oh, it's on there. Oh, this is fabulous. I've never done this repair before, but I got advice from a sewing repair place and it worked. Look at that. All right, now I got to put it back together. When you're reassembling it, the two light bulbs point downward, and these two holes line up with that, although that I think needs to be up. Yeah, you need to put that up. That's got to be up. Oh, it would help if I put the light bulb in the machine. There we go. All right, so now we got two screws there. Oh, these are the short screws because you've got the longer screws and the short screws. There's two of these screws. The next part, you have to sort of move this piece a little bit down and hold it with your finger. And you've got the 4 screws. These are what they look like. And then get one, at least get one aligned, because you're going to need 2 hands to get this done. All right, get one aligned finger tight, and then try to get the other holes. Let's see, oh, there's the other one. Just get that in there enough to hold it. And the third, oh no, this is where it is. The other one's right here. And then the top left. And then tighten them up. So put on the back plate first. You got to lift up the little lever here to stick that in the hole. Get that aligned. And this just sort of hovers there. And then get this piece on. Okay. So these are the screws for the back. There's 5 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll put those in and go to the side. So the next part, there's this knob. You line the little flat side. That just pushes on. And then you got this screw that goes up the top. Don't over tighten it. And then this guy goes with the flat side, with the flat side. And it pushes on. Is that going further? No, that's right. Okay. And this one, the flat side, matches the flat side on this little knob. So that would actually go here. Put that there. As I mentioned before, there's no top plate for this, so you're kind of on your own for that part. Now let's see if this works. So I'm turning the knob, and the needle is moving left and right. That is fabulous. And the same thing here with the needle position, going left and right on the knob. Woohoo! Now we got to see if it sews. So let's test it out. And it worked! Woohoo! I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please click the like button below. Also, please subscribe to our channel. We're a really small channel and we super appreciate new subscribers. We do love to post do-it-yourself videos, so if you're into that, definitely subscribe. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.